Hey, if you're planning a backyard birthday, a summer wedding reception, or just need a sturdy shade spot for a family reunion, you probably want something that's reliable, easy to live with, and worth the money, not just a tent that boasts a long list of features you'll never actually need. I get it, there's a ton of tent options out there, and the fear of spending a good chunk of cash on a canopy that collapses at the first breeze or leaks when the rain shows up is real. That hesitation is why I dug into the specifics of the TentandTable 20 feet 30 inches premium frame tent with a 16-ounce blue vinyl cover, and I'll walk you through what it actually feels like to set up, use, and store this thing. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the size. A 20 by 30 footprint translates to about 600 square feet of covered space, which is essentially the size of a small living room. That means you can comfortably fit round tables for a banquet, a cocktail bar, and still have room for a dance floor if you're feeling fancy. In my own backyard test, I was able to set up 3 8-foot banquet tables, a buffet line, and a portable speaker system with plenty of clearance for guests to move around without feeling cramped. If you're a small-scale party planner, or a homeowner who just wants to keep the kids' birthday party off the grass, the space might feel generous, but for a full-blown wedding reception you'll probably need to pair it with a second tent, or a larger venue. The first thing most new tent owners worry about is setup time. The TentandTable kit promises an easy setup, and the truth is that the frame does come with color-coded poles and quick connect fittings that keep you from hunting for the right piece in a heap of metal. On a clear morning, 2 people can have the frame erected in about 15 minutes, and the canvas slides onto the frame with a few snaps. What I found useful is that the pole system is non-tensioned. You don't have to pull the canopy tight to keep it taut, which reduces the chance of over-tightening and cracking the vinyl. That said, you'll still need a rubber mallet to tap the base of each pole into the ground stakes, and if your soil is hard or packed, it can take a few extra taps. The whole process feels like a weekend project rather than a full-day chore, which is a big plus for anyone who wants to be the host without spending an entire day on setup. Now, a lot of people ask, will the vinyl actually keep the rain out? The tent's cover is a 16-ounce blue vinyl, which is heavier than the typical 10-ounce canvas you see on many budget canopies. In practical terms, that extra weight translates to better water resistance and less chance of the fabric sagging after a downpour. I ran a quick rain test by spraying a garden hose at the tent for 5 minutes while a small wind was blowing. The water beaded on the surface and rolled off, and there were no leaks inside the covered area. The vinyl also resists UV fading better than cheaper polyester options, so if you leave it out for a summer season, the color should stay relatively bright. Keep in mind, though, that the vinyl is not completely fire retardant, so if you plan on using open flames for a fire pit or a lantern, you'll need to keep them at least a few feet away from the edge. Customization and adaptability are other buzzwords that pop up in the product description. The frame's modular design means you can add sidewalls or mesh panels if you need extra protection from insects or wind. The sidewall attachments use the same quick connect pins as the frame, so you can snap them on in minutes. If you're hosting a summer evening event where mosquitoes are a nuisance, those mesh panels can be a real lifesaver. On the flip side, because the sidewalls are optional, the default package includes just the canopy and the base frame, which means you'll need to purchase the panels separately if you think you'll need them. That adds a hidden cost that some buyers overlook when they compare price tags. Who should buy this tent? If you are a DIY event planner, a small business owner who runs pop-up markets, or a homeowner who frequently hosts large gatherings, the TentandTable 2030 is a solid middle ground option. Its size is big enough for most medium-scale events, its vinyl cover handles rain and sun fairly well, and the frame's quick assembly system saves you time. It's also a good fit if you already have a storage space that can accommodate the packed dimensions, roughly 743 feet, since the tent folds down fairly compactly. Who should skip it? If you are looking for an ultra-lightweight solution for a day trip picnic, the heavy-duty vinyl might feel overkill, and you'll have to lug a heavier crate to the park. Likewise, if you need a tent that meets commercial fire code standards for food service,